The digital age has made a lot of people photographers. I mean, anybody can do it now. The more you have of something, less value it has because it's common and it's there. The value of the photograph isn't worth as much now, but it's more essential than ever to fuel the fire. The fire of, stoke. Was amazed by the old thrashers and transworlds and seeing somebody flying through the air or doing something cool. It's like, I want to do that. Not only do the trick, but I want a photo of it too. My first thrasher, Lester Kasai, August 1985. I was always a real creative person growing up, with painting, drawing, doodling. We didn't really think about cameras so much then because they weren't around. Nobody really had. You didn't have a camera phone. Not everybody had a digital camera. Not everybody had a video camera. It was just something you didn't have. You're lucky to have enough money to have a good board. It wasn't until later where one of my buddies, he was in the photography program in high school. And that's kind of where I was like, wow, I want to do that. I had to do it. Needed to do it. But it costed money to take the class in school. You had to have a camera and you had to pay the fees. And that was, a lot of money then. For a kid that barely can afford a skateboard, who doesn't want to have a job because he wants to skate all the time. So it wasn't until after high school, I started college at ASU, and I needed to shoot a slideshow. So I would take pictures of skateboarding, and I borrowed my dad's camera. That's where it all started. Top of the line technology, Minolta X700. When I added the widest lens I could find for this camera was a 17 millimeter, kind of a fisheye. Cute little thing, huh? I started emulating what I saw in the magazines, like, how do you do that? And of course you had to figure it out on your own. And it wasn't get online and Google how do you do this and get the answer. There's these things called libraries. They have books in them. You check them out and you can read them. That's what I did. I read lots of books, magazines, popular photography, and that's where I'd learn about the coolest, newest equipment coming out. I'm like, wow, that's cool. That's what the pros are using. I think I want something like that. It's how much? It's not going to happen. So I started shooting photos, and of course, getting older, you start meeting more and more people, and you start traveling more. And next thing you know, you've got friends in all aspects of the skateboarding. They're pros, they're photographers, or both. You start kind of picking their brains. They go, so what are you doing? Oh, so that works for you? And that should work for me if it works for you. So I started emulating people like Wes Lundry, Joe Hammocky, Bryce Knights, the Grant Brittons, the Mofo. They were the dudes. When you looked at a skate magazine, it was those guys who shot the photos. Bryce's movie, Sick Boys. Not only was he a pro skater, but he was also a photographer. And I was like, whoa, that's the dude that skates. He's pro for Madrid. And he also shoots photographs for magazines and stuff. And I was like, whoa, you can do both? I was really wild as a younger kid with the partying and stuff. And that really got in the way of a lot of things. And skateboarding had its decline when boards got real small and the wheels were this big. This was a standard wheel. What is this, like 30 millimeter? But after that phase passed, skateboarding started picking up, and my career as a printer started taking off. An offset printer, and I was able to start making some real money. And I was able to afford buying some dream equipment, things that I really liked. Nice cameras and stuff. While working at the print shop, I'd work at M&M in the mornings and go to the print shop at nighttime. Yeah, I've pressed the most boards than anyone there. I think I've pressed 30 boards a day. Sometimes, it takes skate days. I'm going skating instead. Skateboarding's gotten really, really crazy. There's so many different things going on in skateboarding that's it's almost like it's out of control. And I see some of the older people get kind of ornery at it maybe, or just kind of like, damn kids or this and that. But if you remember 25, 30 years ago were like, yeah, skaters rule the world. And well, we're starting to, and now it's getting to the point where it's really, really big. Skateboarding is really, really positive. For as much ridicule that people, or bad credit that people gave it for no apparent reason at all, other than, what's the word I'm looking for? Very naive. Oh, skaters suck, this and that. Well, why? I mean, we're having fun. What are you doing? You know, and that's skaters taking their destiny in their own hand, taking control. Skater owned and operated kind of thing. Like, oh, run a skateboard company, do graphics, make skateboards, be a videographer, photographer, publisher of a magazine, or a writer, stuff like that, and still be able to be a skater. You know, that was a new thing, you know, in our generation. Skaters need to stay in control. I think it's pertinent to the evolution. The DIY aspect, you know, the skaters are the ones that got this second wave of parks going. You know, Burnside and all that. Skaters built all that, and now every town has a skate park. You know, you have your photographers, your videographers documenting all this, putting it all online, so then everybody in every little town can see what these guys are doing. Like, oh, well, I want to do that too. And so you just, like, skateboarding is a really good epidemic through visual media such as videos and photography. This photograph was shot by Jay Muir right above my skateboard, so that's what I see every day when I grab my skateboard and head out the door. Picture of Burnside and cement going down, building, creating your future. Hey Jay, I need to get this signed. Need your name right there. Jay is an amazing artist. He's done a lot for skateboarding. Good stuff. It's good to share, good to stoke. And that's the other thing with giving back to skateboarding. What it's given to us brings me right back to being young and chipping curbs and sliding parking blocks and stuff. Vandalism. Good old vandalism right there alongside trespassing. The key element to skateboarding, trespassing. That sign says no skating, fuck off, I'm skating. Can't tell me no way. I think that's what kids are lacking today, is people yelling at them. You guys suck, skate or die, you know, just giving them a hard time. I mean, it's so socially acceptable now by the world. Skating pools and the police officer comes to kick you out. And we're older than the police these days, a lot of times. So they'll kind of ask some questions like, oh yeah, you guys gotta go. But generally, the cop will have a son or a daughter who rides a skateboard too. You know, oh yeah, my kid's this big and they have, you know, they ride one of those Jeff Rowley boards, or, you know, when I was a kid it was Tony Hawk and this and that and stuff. So, you know, it's getting more and more accepted. It's a lot different now, but the thrill is still there. The thrill is still the same. Skateboarding is you and the board and the environment. Yeah. Or you and the camera and the skater. You know, these days with the digital age, go out, shoot the photo, go home, plug it in your computer, lay it out, boom. You got a cover for a magazine. It's changed a lot. For the good, and sometimes for the bad. But it's all skateboarding, so it's not really ever bad. It's blown out, but never bad. This was a surprise. Both to Shag and I. I got more than I asked for with this. Good old Shag. Grew up with him in Arizona. He just lives down the street actually when he's here. Not out building skate parks. It's actually still down there, but it's all sealed now. Like from the outside it looks like a keg, and then the inside looks like a jet engine. And there's a bunch of people were skating it for a while. And then we happened to go there, and these things were just put in because a week before some other buddies were there taking pictures, and these weren't in there. We just backed his truck in there and were able to go in through the little hole. Looked in there, was like, whoa, what the hell's all that shit? So we shot some pictures and we're in and out of there. You could say that it was the high point. You know, there's a difference between bragging about me or sharing what I have. You know what I mean? Bragging and sharing are kind of two different things. No one likes a bragger, everyone loves someone that shares. 1, 2, 3. I made all these myself. There's a lot of contributors in these too. A lot of the photos are mine. I did all the design layout. It can be a lot of work laying all this out, especially if you're doing it yourself. Yeah, there's sauce. there it is. Bam. There's a few of them there. Still going. I don't know about strong, but it's still going. But so far, up to 13 in 7 years. It seems to be about 2 a year, I think. It gives me an outlet for my photography as well. Creating my own game instead of playing by the rules of others, other publications and stuff. I just created my own. This is the one, the very first one. A lot of cool stuff in this one. Just simple frontside grind with some beer cans. There's some Oregon stuff. West Lynn. Windell's 2005. Coach Wixon. There's some classic Derek. Burnside. A lot of these guys have gotten a lot older and kids and married and stuff now. It's crazy. Here's Ben Cron. Ripping. Peter Gunn. He gets the first issue and cover of the latest issue. Pete's been around the whole time. Our buddy Zane, this is his car. He passed away in a bad car crash some years ago. But he's in sauce number 1. Tobin's bowl going in. Some music reviews, gotta have the old dirty. What up? Motorhead, Clay Wheels, Angry Samoans, and how to set pool coping. Bukowski is up in sauce. Look at that. There's Colvin's ass for all you ladies. And then there he is ripping. Just right when Pier Park opened up. Here's Mason, frontside air over the doorway. Grand opening day. What else we got in here? Oh, here's Eminem. Here's the presses and stuff. I used to press boards. Jamie Weller. That dude has done a lot for skateboarding and continues to do so. Also cover of number 11. Of course, I grew up with these 2 dudes in Arizona. Randy and Shaggy. Ben Carnes, another good homie from Arizona. This issue is when I quit drinking. So you can tell the quality of everything kind of went up a little bit. I had more money, so I was able to do color stuff. And of course now it's a good old copy machine. Because fuck it, we're broke. Let's keep it around by any means possible. And you know, I think a lot of people like this way better. Skaters just care about, yeah, it's cool, right on. Made me want to go out and skate. Mission accomplished, you know. It doesn't have to look nice. It just has to accomplish the job of promoting skateboarding. Tried the online thing and it, I don't know, you can't start a fire with an online mag. You can't wipe your ass with it if you get into a pinch. You can't hold it. Can't get a paper cut. So, went back to this. I like it better. I plan on doing it forever. Just like skating forever. But, I think it might be around as long as I shoot photography, and it'll probably go through some changes, later issues in the future. You might end up seeing a little more motorcycle stuff. I rode my little CB 550 from Portland to Phoenix on a road trip down the coast. Took 3 weeks to do it. Been riding motorcycles since I was 7. Been riding skateboards since I was 9. So yeah, it just stokes people out. Get on the road and go skate. The world is the destination. After road trip, that's what you do. You gotta see the world and check out new places to skate. Promoting fun. Promoting road trips. Promoting enjoying your life. Promoting get out there and do it. Get it all when you can. I think that's what it's all about. Enjoy it. Live it up. Have fun. Do something creative. Share with people, you know. Yeah. There it is. Sauce. 1 through 13. I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't know what else I would do. I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot of other projects and cool things that I do, but when there's free time and I got a lot of energy, I want to go skate something, you know? Maybe when I get too old to physically do it as much, or I don't know, I haven't crossed that bridge yet. I mean, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, maybe I'll be too tired to care, or I mean, what would you do if you didn't skate?